Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Notice is hereby given that the 38th Annual General Meeting of the Grenada Union of Teachers Cooperative Credit Union Limited will be held virtually on Thursday, October 13, 2022. The meeting is called for the following purposes: to receive the report of the Board of Directors and other committees for 2021, to receive the audited financial reports for 2021, to elect members to the Board of Directors and other committees, to discuss and approve the budget for 2022, to appoint auditors and fix their remuneration, to take action on such matters as may come before the 38th Annual General Meeting. All members are invited to attend and to register to receive further information.
This is the Network News for Wednesday, October the 5th, 2022. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, inclement weather creates unease for staff at the government printery and financial complex. Regional Economic Review from the World Bank rates Grenada's growth outlook for 2022 at 3.8%. Liat readies for takeoff after new agreement with the Caribbean Tourism Group. And in around the globe, regionally, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre vows not to outstay his welcome in public life. In international news, Hurricane Ian's aftermath has a death toll that it keeps rising amid the search. And coming up in sports, Windies women face difficult opening World Cup assignments. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Staff at the government printery and financial complex say they're working under unsafe and uncomfortable conditions. GBN's Christina John sought to find out what, if anything, is being done to address the situation.
It was brought to the attention of the Grenada Broadcasting Network that persistent rainfall has employees within 2 government offices having to vacate their workstations. Taking a closer look, one will notice buckets, bins, and other items being used as receptacles to catch water to avoid a flooding situation within their office space. One employee, whose identity is withheld, said they improvise with plastic to protect computers and other equipment, thus slowing down production. Back in December last year, employees, along with support from the union representatives, staged protest action to highlight the deplorable condition they had to endure at the government printery. It was a means of getting the attention of the administration to address it. In March of this year, the former NNP administration sought to find solutions, and work commenced on the roof of the printery building. The question now is, did that solve the problem? President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, was questioned.
So some remedial actions were taken, and there is an air extractor at the government printery now to sort of ease the chemical scent that was pervading the workstation and the area. Yes. However, what continues to happen is that there is severe water leakage in the government printery, a lot of molds and so forth, and it's not a simple problem. It's very, very chronic. The job that was done in terms of covering the roof, if I may say so, it was very poor in terms of how they did it, and as a result of that, the leakage to us, and the workers will attest to that, has gotten even worse.
GBN also understands that similar condition exists at the financial complex.
The Grenada Public Workers Union, we have written to the Ministry of Finance, very, very severe and, concerning occupational safety and health conditions of the workers at the financial complex. We wrote on the 26th. We got a response on the 27th from the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Mike Sylvester. We wrote in the context that we want a very, very urgent meeting because of the conditions that exist there, which includes very poor air quality, where we have a situation where offices have actually been evacuated. Workers are falling sick periodically at that station, the financial complex. In his response on the 27th, unfortunately, while the response was quick, we did not nail down a time. We did not nail down a time for us to have that urgent meeting to chart the way forward. Because the PW, we are all about, so we hope shortly that we can have that meeting, that urgent meeting to chart the way forward to create that delicate balance of productivity and also to ensure that the workers' safety and health is protected.
Grimes says workers' health and safety should be a priority. He noted that Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell did visit the site. However, hopes something can be done in the quickest possible time as we are in the rainy season.
What I would want to say right now is that this current administration cannot fix everything immediately. We are keenly aware of that. So there is a delicate balance here where we want to maintain productivity and still protect the safety and the health of the workers. So I am pleased to report that the Prime Minister of the country, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, has visited the government printry in the month of August on 2 occasions and has given commitment to address this situation.
Our news desk reached out to the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Tahira Carter, for a response. Up to news time, that was not forthcoming. Christina John, GBN News.
Inflation has been dubbed as the unwelcomed guest in the Latin America and Caribbean region as the World Bank released the Regional Economic Review for October. Methods and new approaches to closing the fiscal gap to pre-COVID-19 levels were also a highlight of the World Bank report. Gerard Joseph has more.
Inflation rate for the region, including Grenada, stands at 6% according to the Regional Economic Review from the World Bank for October. Grenada's growth outlook for 2022 is at 3.8% according to the report, though inflation has led to sharp increases in food and fuel, which challenges household budgets across the region. World Bank Chief Economist for the region is William Maloney.
But the fact is that central banks have been very aggressive by historical standards, and that has both helped keep inflation down, but of course, as is the case everywhere in the world, that also contributes to a growth slowdown.
Maloney says there is no expected rise in inflation due to the policy measures taken. However, the fiscal deficits to deal with the inflation remains.
We've had a decrease in primary deficits of about 0.96 percentage points, but on the other hand, the higher interest payments are leaving overall deficits high. At this point, of course, the rising interest rates are making it harder to service the debt, but markets remain relatively calm. They're wary, but calm, and we just have to watch that going forward.
The Regional Economic Review shows Grenada having less than minus 2% fiscal balance compared to neighbors Dominica and St. Vincent, where a large deficit of over 8% is being witnessed for 2022. The chief economist says over the longer term, a limited fiscal space will constrain the necessary investments in infrastructure, education, and innovation needed for growth. In closing the fiscal gap, recommendations were made which included new taxation, however noting the regressive nature of taxes such as VAT, which affects poor households greatly.
A better approach, we argue, is one working towards more effective public spending. We estimate that eliminating losses in badly designed transfers, for instance, energy, procurement and wage bills could save roughly 17% of spending. And that implies that for 2 out of 3 countries in the region, you could basically balance the budgets, more than balance the budgets with those savings.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Disbursement of payments has already begun for persons applying for the third phase of government's stimulus package. More in this report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
More applications are pouring in for the third phase of the COVID economic stimulus package. That's according to reports from the COVID Economic Secretariat. During a recent address, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell announced that Cabinet has endorsed a revised package of relief measures to support individuals and businesses who continue to be affected by the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Chinell Andrew, Deputy Project Coordinator, COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat, says to date the Secretariat has received in excess of 2,000 applications so far.
Usually we process an application within 2 weeks, considering that we have to do the field visits and we have to assess the applications. However, I must say, due to the launch of this third phase, we have had a very high influx of application. To date, we have in excess of 2,000 applications to process. We are also dealing with walk-ins in excess of 100 persons per day. It had tapered down a little now that we are more into the program, but on some days we have as high as 350 something persons to deal with on a day. So it had put a little pressure on us, but we have restructured our operations to make sure that we process these applications and persons can receive their disbursements. We have started disbursing applications, payments already since the 1st of September.
The deadline for the submission of applications is December 31st, 2022 for the unemployment benefit under the micro and small business.
We're offering up to $30,000 in grants to small business persons, existing as well as new startups. We are also providing unemployment benefits where we work in collaboration with the National Insurance Scheme. If you have been unemployed as a result of the pandemic, you were laid off from your job, you can get unemployment benefit assistance for the period September to December. So we have extended it again, once again, for those persons who are unable to gainfully seek employment, and the period is from August to December. Individuals would have to apply to us. They would produce a copy of their layoff letter from the employer stating that they were laid off as a result of the pandemic, and a copy of their NIS number. We normally work along with the National Insurance Scheme by submitting the names to NIS to confirm that the persons are, one, indeed registered, and they had contributions up to X amount. So we basically verifying that there's no contributions for the period that they are claiming that they are unemployed. So that is how NIS works with us to verify these contributions.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Travel woes within the region are expected to improve with the signing of an agreement with the new Liat and Caribbean Tourism Group.
A new Liat is on the way with the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the government of Antigua and Barbuda and the CFA Global, a subsidiary of Caribbean Tourism Group, the CTG, a private regional company involved in investments in travel, tourism, and aviation. Under the just signed memorandum, CTG-T/A Liat International will deploy a fleet of small, medium, and large aircrafts, including Airbus A330, Airbus A320, and ATRs in passenger service to the Caribbean and South America, along with international travel routes from Europe. The memorandum for a partnership agreement under the operation of the new Antigua-based Elliott International was signed in St. John's on Friday between Lennox Weston, Minister of Works and Finance of Antigua and Barbuda, and the chairman of CTG, Mr. Marshall. The MOU is in keeping with a commitment from the government of Antigua and Barbuda to ensure the restructuring and return of commercial service of regional airline Elliott 2020. Central to the plan is developing international routes that will bring tourists and business persons from Asia and other parts of the world to the Caribbean, using Antigua as a gateway. One of the proposed routes is from Frankfurt, Germany to Antigua, which could become a viable connection for visitors from China, now that a visa waiver agreement between China and Antigua is set to be signed. This visa waiver would mean that Chinese citizens do not need visas to travel to the Caribbean nation and can reach the region in the shortest time in transit through Frankfurt. On arrival in Antigua, the passengers will then have the options using Elliott 2020 or Elliott International routes to travel to various other Caribbean countries. CTG says this will help promote the economic development of Antigua and benefit the rest of the member states of the Caribbean community. Christina John, GBN News.
This is news at 7. Coming up, everyone gets their time in the spotlight. And now, senior citizens will have the light shining in their direction in October. We'll tell you all about the month of activities planned for the elderly. Stay with us.
The National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity will project a new vision for sports in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Consultations with stakeholders are being held to highlight the focal areas of what is contained in the policy. The National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity plays a major role in the transformation agenda of government and will see the formation of a National Sporting Council and parish councils, and will outline the role of the Department of Sports in this new dispensation. You may ask, what's in it for me? The diversity of sports encompasses many sectors: health and wellness, culture, business, and community development, just to name a few. The economic spin-offs are tremendous. The implementation of the National Sports Policy will impact every home, every community. In fact, the entire nation will get an opportunity to be a part of this sports development thrust on this transformational journey. Stay tuned to find out when a consultation will be coming close to you. Let's get going with the National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity. Get involved. Did you know that the National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity will project a new vision for sports and physical activity in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique? The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture will commence a series of consultations with its stakeholders starting
building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Do you know you can lower your electricity bill by creating an energy efficient home? When planning to build or remodel, plan for your energy needs and utilize building techniques and products that promote energy efficiency. Incorporate renewable energy and maximize the use of natural lighting, heating, and ventilation sources. You should also buy 230-volt equipment, as these run more efficiently and can help lower your electricity usage. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by creating an energy-efficient home. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenlec.
Island Style is having a massive pre-Christmas clearance sale. Before you hear, ho ho ho, these styles need to go, go, go. We're cleaning out our old stock to bring in the new. Yes. Amazing discounts of up to 60% off on select tile models store-wide. I love Christmas. Yes, you heard right. Lowest prices ever at Island Style on ceramic and porcelain tiles. Our Santa stylers are waiting to help you save big on these fabulous deals. It won't get any better than this. Visit Island Style on Monroe Road in Grandance or call 439-TILE. That's 439-8453. Sail on while stocks last. When you think tile, think Island Style. Yeah.
My name is Mr. Bernard McIntosh. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union early in the 1980s when I was introduced by one of my co-workers. Very early after I would have become a member, my first loan was a very smooth and easy sailing for purchasing of a motor vehicle. As a youth, young, early 20s and so on, every young guy look out to have a ride, and that was very easy. On this, it's the 75th year of transforming lives. I want to congratulate the Ariza Credit Union. Definitely, I know my life has been transformed because I would have never achieved most of the things that I have achieved had I been associated with a different financial institution. Hey, Nationals, where are you? Are you with us or are you elsewhere? Listen to me. It's not just a savings with Ariza. It's a prudent investment.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Ricardo Joseph, a 33-year-old carpenter of Vincennes St. David, was arrested and charged on October 1st with 5 counts of damage to property as a result of damage done to 5 vehicles on Sunday, July the 24th at Rucaine St. David. Joseph appeared at the St. David Magistrates Court on Tuesday, October the 4th, and was remanded to His Majesty's prison. He's scheduled to return to court on Thursday, the 13th of October, 2022. One elderly man who's been confined to his bed says suicidal thoughts are now plaguing his mind as he feels abandoned and helpless. He's calling on the public or persons in authority to come to his aid. Rena Pierre Thomas tells us more.
The phrase "once a man, twice a child" depicts the life of 64-year-old Raymond Buckmeyer of Granance Valley, St. George. Buckmeyer lost his 2 legs to diabetes earlier this year. For the past 2 months, he has been living alone. He struggles daily to care for and feed himself. Even getting his daily shot of insulin is a challenge.
I couldn't come down the bed before. Sometime in the morning, I want to pass stool. I had a little bucket below the sheet all time passes. Sometimes I had to soil the bed. Soil the bed till I'm able to fight and I'm able to make it come down to the wheelchair to go in the washroom. But now, as you see, the wheelchair is no use anymore. Sometimes even my medication, as I was taking insulin in the fridge, I can't get to it. What could I do?
While he owns a wheelchair, it is no longer functional, and sometimes neighbors may send him a plate of food. His son, who is still a student, will visit him sometime in the late evening. Mr. Buckmeyer said he used to get assistance from a young lady on the government's geriatric program, but she no longer comes as her attitude and treatment towards him were unkind. He said on many occasions he would fall off the bed when trying to go to the bathroom or attempt to get something to eat.
I was trying to get down from the bed to go into the washroom. And what happened is I would not hold the wheelchair with one hand. The wheelchair rolled from below me. And so I didn't have no choice, just to let go of the wheelchair and down. But I still, you see, I tied like a cow. You see I tied there? So that means he can't run. Yes, I fell down on the foot. I go down on the foot on the concrete.
Buckmeyer, who is a past SGU worker, says that his former employers assisted him in obtaining a prosthetic leg, but he is in desperate need of another. He said, looking back on his life and his present condition, suicidal thoughts plague his mind.
I should be thinking about it, but I does.
What do you think about this?
Even under the window. I've done it. Because it's like I have no use at all. Because nobody to talk to. Nobody to give me nothing. Nobody could say, well, there's some water in the fridge for me. Nobody.
The 64-year-old is calling for assistance in obtaining another prosthetic leg or help from a respectable person who can visit him a few days a week from a geriatric program.
What I really would like happen for me, I would able to, if I get it all, like I want to go in my kitchen and prepare my meals. That is what I want. If that could happen, I'll thank God, although I'm always thanking him. Yes, I'm looking for somebody that could come and listen, but the person have to be able to adjust my foot from a place, thank you. Maybe 3 times a week, that'll be fine. And if possible, I could get a little financial assistant, that will be really nice. I have a wheelchair, but it's just not in good condition, So I wish that I could get help, maybe in purchasing an next one.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The resilience and contributions of older women, the theme that's been chosen for the observance of International Day of the Elder Persons. Government commits to work to alleviate some of the challenges elder persons face. More in this report from Christina John.
The month of October has been designated the month of the elderly, and within the month fell the observance of International Day of Elder Persons. This year, the spotlight fell on the contributions made by elder women in our communities. This year's theme is the resilience and contributions of older women. It has been found that older women account for most of the world's population and have been severely impacted by the global pandemic. Speaking on the occasion of International Day of the Elderly, Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Honorable Philip Telesford, recognized their contribution.
This year's theme is timely and acts as an indicator and a reminder of the crucial role older women play in navigating global difficulties and making valuable contributions to their solutions with fortitude and tenacity. The main objectives of this year's observance of the United Nations International Day of Older Persons are: 1. To highlight the resilience of older women in the face of environmental, social, economic, and lifelong inequalities. 2. To raise awareness of the importance of improved worldwide data collection disadvantaged by age and gender. And 3. To call on member states, UN entities, UN Women, and civil society to include older women in the center of all policies, ensuring gender equality as described in the UN Secretary General's report titled Our Common Agenda.
The minister notes that government is cognizant of other challenges faced by senior citizens, and so government has given its commitment to alleviate some of their burdens.
The government, through the ministry, continues to aid and partner with various stakeholders who provide services to older people in our Tri-Island state. The government of Grenada has remained committed to providing financial assistance through subventions to the Grenada National Council for the Disabled, GNCD, Grenada Citizens Advisory and Small Business Agency, GrenCase, Grenada Association of Retired Persons, GAP, and several geriatric homes to aid in their effort to provide quality services to the local older population.
The Ministry of Social and Community Development will spearhead activities for the month of the elderly. There will be, among other things, a health fair for senior citizens and a workshop for staff at geriatric facilities. Christelina John, GBN News.
A statement made by an attorney at law is creating quite a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social.
Has the NDC administration's stance on contract work changed? As the first 100 days elapsed, with several items checked as completed from the NDC's campaign list of promises, a glaring concern that has arisen in recent weeks is the treatment of contract workers within the public service.
Many of the nurses have just recently been given 1-year contracts and 2-year contracts and backdated contracts, and they're extremely concerned. And coming from the manifesto of this new administration, well, the NDC government, their manifesto, what they stated in town hall meetings, what they stated on the political platform.
On November 4th, 2021, political leader of the National Democratic Congress, now Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, first made his stance clear on contract work.
There should be one public service. There should not be parallel public service running alongside the public service.
Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts on this story. The following views are that of the members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Jerome Cato says, NDC leaders and supporters should have known union is all about its workers. Aaron Joseph asks, is the government a magician? Things that were there decades, how could it be changed in 100 days? Everyone has a voice now. 6 months ago, who was talking? No one, not even the unions, who all of a sudden found their voice. It's just fair to give them a chance. So many things happening. What's wrong with these people? Roger Fuchong says the system cannot be changed automatically overnight. There must be strategic and structural change, and this have to be introduced with careful reorganization. NDC is restructuring and reorganizing, so that will take time.
And finally, Cadella Henry Victor says, let the conversation begin. The issue of proper employment in Grenada, in my view, should be a tripartite discussion. It's prudent that the public and private sector look at the ramifications of this type of employment and the effect on pension contributions, NIS contributions, and the sustainability of the financial industry.
That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, October is also a special month for credit union members. This year, they're acknowledging the significance of credit unions and their achievements. Stay with us. This is News at 7.
The most anticipated event to end 2022 is here. The 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout Football Championship starts on Saturday, 15th October at the Victoria Park, Grenville. It's two big opening games. From 7 p.m. Game 1, 5 Stars St. Andrew versus St. David's United. 9 p.m. Game 2, Moncton Sports Club versus Sunsetter Sports Club. Then after the games, we head stateside for the young and upcoming trending Jamaican artists. 450. 450. Alongside Vanessa Bling.
One man, give me good loving, yeah.
The Octane Band and top local artists. Letneck, Mr. Wacky, and Brighter Store. Admission only $40. For all this action, the 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game.
Megafest 2022 Gospel Explosion is finally here. Join the youth of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists under the green and white tent at Progress Park in St. Andrews from Sunday, October 9th to the 29th at 7 p.m. and continuing nightly for an electrifying evangelistic experience like no other. Come hear the ever-exhilarating Pastor Oliver Scott shatter the kingdom of darkness with thundering messages from the Word of God. If you ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Come find hope in the midst of your pain. See you there.
It's better together. Tastes amazing. This crazy combo make you want the great things. Cookie made the chocolate. Can't live without it. 100% goodness. Me want Devon chocolate digestive. Rich chocolate with cookie crunchness.
Cookie beats chocolate in Devon Chocolate Digestive. Better because it's both.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Stasia Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679. or 406-1500, or visit any of our 3 locations. Stasia Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200 and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500 and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100 and 200 watt solar floodlights, 3, 7 and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion center garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60 and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors, agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
And welcome back. Grenlec has just announced a statement. We're going to read it for you. Grenada Electricity Services Limited, Grenlec, is notifying customers about pockets of area outages caused by the inclement weather. We also advise that there is the potential for additional electricity outages if the rainy and windy conditions persist. Grenlec extends its apologies for these service interruptions and the inconvenience caused. Please be assured that company crews will continue responding to restore service in the shortest possible time. To ensure that our team is aware of your outage, please use the Grenlec mobile app to report a fault or call the 24-hour emergency fault line by calling 237 and selecting option 1. A statement from Grenlec. Now, credit union members are celebrating the achievements of their credit unions and World Credit Union Day. This year's theme is Empower Your Financial Future with a Credit Union. We'll learn more in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
International Credit Union Day is celebrated annually on the third Thursday in the month of October. To mark this important occasion, the members of Grenada's 10 credit unions join with credit unions around the world in a month-long celebration to celebrate their achievement and encourage their members to spread the word about cooperative finance, the unique features that distinguishes credit unions. This year's theme is Empower Your Financial Future with a Credit Union, as it reflects both on the mission and the work done by credit unions here in Grenada. In welcoming Credit Union Month, Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade outlines the contribution credit union makes to Grenada's society.
The contribution of credit unions to our society through the meaningful and beneficial work of the Grenada Cooperative League Limited cannot be overlooked or taken for granted. The League serves as an important vehicle for the development of our people and the nation. Over the years, the services offered by Grenada's credit unions have continuously expanded. The progress made by the League is most noteworthy, and this progress is reflected in the work done and benefits offered by our credit unions to Grenadians. Our credit unions make a significant contribution to the economic empowerment of our people.
As of June 2022, the Grenada Credit Union recorded more than 82,000 member accounts with assets in excess of 1.2 billion EC dollars. Credit union have therefore become important players in Grenada's economy. Dame Cecile says the shift to the use of digital platforms, which emerged during the COVID-19 pandemic, has become the norm, and as such, credit unions should embrace it.
Despite the challenges of today's financial services sector, our credit unions must seize the opportunity to embrace digital transformation to better serve their members, while at the same time preserving their unique strengths of providing excellent and personalized customer service, investing in youth through the provision of grants and scholarships to attend school, sponsoring community projects, and last but certainly not least, providing vitally needed capital to support small and medium-sized businesses.
In her closing remarks, Her Excellency congratulated the credit unions on these accomplishments as well as their service to the country as she declared Credit Union Month open. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The entire month of October is used to make a special effort to love and care for our children. The GBN ISAW lens keeps our little ones in the spotlight.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISAW focuses on the month of the child, and tonight we feature the students of the St. Louis RC Girls School. Grade 5S led the morning's assembly surrounding the theme, Children's Care and Education Matter. Let children grow, glow, and flourish. The students pledged in the form of a dance to I Will Rescue You by Lauren Diago that they will keep each other safe while requesting the same from their caregivers. school's counselor, Miss James, and principal, Miss Patrice, spoke to the students on the theme and gave the students words of encouragement, reminding them that they are princesses will grow, glow, and flourish into queens. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And stay with us. We'll have the weather report and sports for you next.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with the Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Get the protection needed for your eyes only at Quartz Optical. Trade in and save up to 35% off your lens purchase, plus a free eye exam. Payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Book your appointment today online at www.quartzoptical.com. For your eyes only. Trade in your old glasses and save up to 35% off your lenses only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Special conditions apply.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
And now for a look at the weather for Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique for tonight and the following 3 days. Tonight is expected to be mostly cloudy to overcast and windy with light to moderate, sometimes heavy showers or periods of rain with a medium chance of isolated thunder. There's also a low chance of flash flooding in some areas. We'll see a minimum of 25 degrees tonight with winds easterly to southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts that are higher at times. At seas, it will be moderate to rough with waves 6 to 9 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. We'll see low tide at 6 p.m. and high tide at 12 o'clock a.m. And looking ahead to the 3-day forecast, Thursday, October the 6th, it will be mostly cloudy and windy with light to moderate scattered showers and a medium chance of isolated thunder, mainly during the morning. We'll see a high of 29 degrees. On Friday, October the 7th, it will be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with light to moderate, widely scattered showers. We'll see a high of 31 degrees. For the first day of the weekend, Saturday, October the 8th, it will be partly cloudy to cloudy with some light to moderate scattered showers and the medium chance of isolated thunder. We'll see a high of 31 degrees. And that's the weather. Welcome, sports fans. We have lots to talk about. It looks like it's going to be a very exciting few weeks. Let's start off with the West Indies women, who've been handed 2 difficult opening fixtures in their ICC 2020 World Cup campaign next February. The Caribbean side, the 2016 champions, face England women in their first game at Boland Park on February the 11th, before traveling to Newland in Cape Town 4 days later for a clash with powerhouses India women. Installed in Group B of the February 10, 2016 tournament, West Indies will round out the group stage with games against Minnows Ireland in Cape Town on February 17th and against Pakistan in February. Hosts South Africa take on Sri Lanka in their curtain raiser at Newlands on February 10th, with reigning champions Australia facing New Zealand in the second match of the doubleheader at Boland Park just a day later. And plans are well afoot for the 12th edition of the Waggy Tea Super Knockout competition. $200,000 in cash and prizes are up for grabs. 28 teams will participate in the tournament, which kicks off on October 15th at Victoria Park with a doubleheader. Game 1 will see St. David's United play 5 Stars, while Mount Horn will suit up against Sunsetters.
This tournament is regarded as the most competitive, the most organized, and the most lucrative tournament, but not only in Grenada, but in the wider region. We decided to go big this year, really big, and I think we go really, really big. The winning team in this year's tournament, the 12th edition of the Waggy Tea Super Knockout, will get a cash prize of $100,000. Nobody clapping? So the winning team this year, as I said, will get a cash prize of a check for $100,000. This is really big. The second place will be $30,000. The third prize is $15,000. The fourth prize will be $5,000. And then we have some additional prizes. For the most goals, you're going to get $2,500. Plus, we're going to have some additional prizes.
Meanwhile, the Grenada Football Association has cited the grassroots program as one of the focal points in its developmental agenda. General Secretary Bernadine Andrews says the current administration will seek to ensure that this is done at a national level.
Now we would be looking for the grassroots program to be in granary, to be in Power Pack, all the smaller fields, because the idea is to bring the kids out, and we don't want the kids to go too far to play. We're looking at the protection. So grassroots is definitely at the top of the what we're looking at this new executive, and also our youth development. So there is a plan, there's a player pathway that is planned from the grassroots. What happens is not just going to play on Saturday mornings, but what happens thereafter. So thereafter you would have you would be pulling out who you consider to be your elite players, pulling them together on a different day, and from these pools now you will now have your national U10, your national U12, coming from there. So we want to start, and we want to start right at the bottom, at the grassroots, and grow the game from there. The idea is by the time a child gets to be 12, they should have played hundreds of games.
And still with football, fans of the Blue Stars Super Knockout will have to wait until the weekend for some action. But when the time comes, Shamrock will come up against Soccer Stars, while Game 2 will feature Guava against Power Park United. The tournament is now at the semi-final stage. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. And we now take a look at what's been happening around the region and wider globe. Let's start off in St. Lucia, where Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre's recent statements about longevity in public office has incited debate among public political commentators. We get the details in this HTS report.
The issues of longevity and knowing when to say farewell are providing fodder for debate among political commentators, following a statement made by Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre at the 34th Annual General Meeting of the Castries East Constituency Group.
I do not intend to become a burden to the party, a burden to the constituency, or a burden to the people of St. Lucia.
If Sunday's jab from the podium was subliminal, Tuesday's weekly media gaggle was more direct, as Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre seemingly took a swipe at opposition and UWP leader Alain Chasney. Pierre argues it is important to know when to read the tea leaves and bow out gracefully.
In the business of politics, you must understand when you outlived your usefulness. Like if I was leader of a party that got defeated so badly in the last election that had lost John Compton's seat, I would resign.
Antigua and Barbuda is now at the forefront of efforts to save coral reefs, which are crucial to marine ecosystems and human survival. Now it's being hailed as a historic event unfolded offshore Barbuda on Monday, with coral modules deployed to provide a lifeline for reefs in peril. We get more in this report.
One small splash in Antigua and Barbuda's territorial waters, a potential sea change for the world's oceans. This is groundbreaking, or should we say, ocean-saving technology.
Peace, love, and happiness, Barbuda, go. What an example for the world to gel.
What was deployed was a tailor-made coral module. It's designed by the pioneering coral reef restoration project Ocean Shot, the brainchild of marine biologist Dr. Deborah Brosden and philanthropist John Paul DeChoria. They were both gushing with delight.
Coral reefs have been in decline. We lose more corals in a day than we can currently restore in a decade. Ocean Shot is our plan to change that. We're here in Barbuda to restore coral reefs weeks.
Now, we're here making history, and Barbuda is already, I think, the most advanced ecological island in the entire Caribbean. But by the time we're done, not only will be an example for every other island in other parts of the world, but we're going to actually be growing here eventually on Barbuda, not only making our man-made reefs, but also even growing more coral here that we can be able to share with other countries and other places on the Caribbean and the world that may possibly want it. So this is very exciting. It's a big change.
This could not have come at a more opportune time, as Antigua and Barbuda is losing its beaches, some facing erosion of up to 10 feet a year.
The number of storm-related deaths has risen to at least 80, while search and rescue teams continue to look for survivors. We get more from Al Jazeera.
Department lights on.
Known for its sugar-like sand and teal blue waters, the southwest coast of Florida is now a place of desolation. It has been a week since Hurricane Ian slammed these shores, and the death toll keeps rising. Where people once searched for a spot to sunbathe, rescue teams now search for survivors.
If there's no answer, we move on to the second home, and we will continue that throughout this whole entire block.
First responders have come to Florida from all over the United States to help. The governor is praising their efforts.
There's more urban search and rescue capability in Florida since this storm than has ever been in one place, in one state, since 9/11.
Despite a mandatory evacuation notice, many people chose to stay home and face the storm, and now the cleanup.
I mean, it rushed through here like an express train, but my doors and windows kept most of it out. It's a little bit damp here still, but that's fine. It's not going to get moldy because we're drying it out.
The area looks more like a weather war zone than a vacation destination, and many here wonder if it will ever be the same. Leah Harding, Al Jazeera.
And that's what's been happening around the globe. After the break, we'll look at tonight's top headlines right here in Grenada. Now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Inclement weather creates unease for staff at the government printery and financial complex. Regional Economic Review from the World Bank rates Grenada's growth outlook for 2022 at 3.8%. Liat readies for takeoff after new agreement with Caribbean Tourism Group. And in around the globe, regionally, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre vows not to outstay his welcome in public life. In international news, Hurricane Ian's aftermath sees the death toll rising. Coming up in sports, Windies women face difficult opening World Cup assignments. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Please stay safe on the roads tonight. We'll see you again. Good night.